we might find another little fishing hutch structure here, because they always spawn in the frost forests. And they are of absolutely zero value to us. All you get is a bit of fishing bait, which we don't need. We don't do that. We did that once to get all the possible items, but that was it. And then we got 2 fishing rods, and we already have like, what, 40 fishing rods at this point? I thought that was it for a second. Because it looked like the red roof that it always has. It's usually pretty visible on the minimap. I'd very much prefer if we were to find a cool icy structure that could give us some of the blocks that we're still missing, because the chiseled ice blocks you can't actually chisel yourself. Well, you can, but you're just gonna get the vanilla looking ice with a different item ID. And the actual chiseled ice blocks from the chisel mod you can only get if you find them. So, the fact that we are struggling to generate any structure except for 3 ones that don't even have any... Okay, I can admit the abandoned blacksmith has chainmail armor. That's kind of cool. We already have a few sets by now. And, yeah, we have a few sets. Do we have armor stands in this version? I think we do. Only by bibliograph. We don't have vanilla armor stands in this version yet? Okay. But even then, how many mannequins do we want to have in our house that are going to be set up with chainmail armor? At some point we're going to be terrified to turn around because one of them will have moved. So, yeah. I just wish, I just hope that one day we can find the stuff we're missing. That's all I'm asking for. I don't care if it takes a long time and absolutely crazy amounts of traveling. I am up for that. Just want to be able to have every single item that's obtainable. That's all I'm asking for. Like, some of the things I'm asking for are basic forest plants. Like, that's nothing special. That should be doable, right? Part of me just wants to break these shears because the durability is so low. Ah, I think I found where to break our shears. One of them is on the tree. Did I see that correctly? Did I imagine that, or did the thing... Ah, there you are! Who's the other tree? Okay, so I didn't imagine it. Good. And that still didn't break the shears. Wow, they're strong today. They're holding on. Okay, but the leaves were just too much to handle. I see. Quick little check. I wonder what caused that detour. I don't see anything that looks like a fishing hutch. That's okay. I'd rather, have the game save its energy for like a super cool structure. I am delusional. I am aware of that. But somehow you need to find something that keeps you going in this time and age, In my case, it is modded Minecraft structures. Whatever gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning, I think traveling for these vacation preparation episodes is actually really the perfect choice. Not just because I enjoy it and that already makes it easier to just, be like, actually let's record one more episode, rather than, hey, I recorded 30 minutes, that has to be enough. Like, I just want to keep on going, but also, that, of course that means that there's the tiniest chance that we could find something. And that is tempting. I love my little possible structure gamble. That. I think some sugarcane. Nope, the sugarcane is actually full in here apparently. Okay. Completely full, all 15? Damn, okay, that's where the sugarcane is. Didn't see it at first. So I wanted to point it out in case anyone else was looking at the screen like, huh? Okay. No, pretty flowers. They also just look so nice when they're surrounded by white. So much snow terrain. We're gonna run into penguins and I will be very, very sad. And you know what I don't like? The fact that this thing right here almost looks like a little building out of snow, you know? The mountains are just such a tease. Maybe they all spawn on top of those ones. To be fair, we have found a structure on one of those things before. And I think there was actually one that did have chiseled ice stairs on it, so we got some new stuff from it. But the one that we found was sort of close to our house, actually, I think. Excuse me, where did you come from? No, thank you. I'm not interested. Bye-bye. And I do think that I did a good amount of, you know, I mean, not what I thought I would, but given the circumstances of my life being quite the mess currently, I did a good amount of getting up my stamina, I think. Because on Saturday, when we went out to do, you know, the shopping for the boyfriend with new shoes and a new backpack and all that, we ended up walking a lot, and like, for some reason my phone doesn't always, like, like, at least on Pokemon Go, you know, I feel like it shows a lot less distance than I actually walked. For example, when we go grocery shopping, it says, like, I walked one... Oh no, I'm running. I'm leaving the pretty flowers there even. Okay, not these ones. It says I walked like 1.6 kilometers, but given with how much back and forth I usually do between the store, and the fact that we go to 2 stores, and my parents are the type of people who never take the front spaces on a parking lot, they always park at the very back. I feel like, you know, I'm more like at least 2.5, I'd say. But, you know, on Saturday, according to Pokemon Go, I walked 5.5 kilometers. So that was nice. And definitely very good for my legs to get a little bit of a preview of what's about to come. I did think, you know, I'd be exercising regularly by now again, and that my Pokemon Go walks would be more regular as well, but here's the thing currently. I have so much recording that I still want to do before we leave that I'd rather take the free time that I have to record and, you know, do that instead of going for a walk to catch things on my phone. Crazy, I know. Priorities? What are these? On this channel? So pretty. But yeah, that has been sort of my bigger focus in the last, yeah, I'd say almost like 2 weeks. Even though 2 weeks ago I was still sort of recording for the day off the recording. You know, just because I was doing that doesn't mean I was hoping to reach a point of recording a few more days in advance already. This was not really making progress of getting to that point. That sentence was probably grammatically the worst one I have ever created in all my life. I am so sorry. No, don't choke. Don't choke. I can do this. Okay, I think I got the air and spit out of my lungs. Did I? It still feels suspicious. Yeah, that feels suspicious. That is what our little fun drink here is for. It's also a savior from accidentally choking. Okay, so this one just doesn't want to go. Alright. Of course it doesn't fit into the first one. It fits there. Better. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I can talk again. I can breathe. Life is good. Oh, you're about to despawn too. Single variety flower. Okay. Whenever I see these, I think they're plants. I'm gonna leave those ones up there because we'd have to jump up, and that takes up food, which we are trying to save. And now we're jumping up here anyway. Pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I hope after the vacation, you know, that during the vacation, my legs get used to lots of walking. That when we're back, I mean, maybe not like directly the next day, but that still during the week, I'll like start exercising again. And that I will also start, you know, going on walks again. Maybe even some longer ones. Possibly take the dog with me. I don't know. There's still the fear of her seeing a deer, a cat, or something, and her wanting to chase after it and dragging me down with her. And here's the thing. I know in those cases it's probably better to let go of the leash. And knowing my dog, she'd probably get scared by that and stop running. But there's no guarantee. And I don't want to have to chase her across the entire village with like very fieldy terrain that's, you know, not meant for people to just run through necessarily. And, you know, be on a whole quest to make sure she's not gonna reach one of the few streets that we have. Because that is definitely a fear that I do have when it comes to that. Of course, I've thought about, okay, I could just go on a walk with her, and if she starts pulling me, I just let go of the leash. But then there's this part of my brain that's like, well, what if the deer's gonna run near the street, and then your dog is gonna chase after the deer, and they'll be at the street with cars. I don't necessarily expect the dog to chase after a deer, and, you know, that is one of my worst fears. So I'd rather break my collarbone again than have that happen, I think. You know, maybe not break my collarbone before the vacation now, so I'm not gonna go on walks with her myself for the next 2 days, but after that, you know, it's something we can consider. You know, maybe that time actually experience how collarbone surgery is like. Because when she did break it 2 years ago, I had too much of like the scrabby stuff on the wound, and they were like, that's a risk of infection. Well, we're not gonna do it. Come back next week. And then they were like, come back next week. And then they were like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna let it heal. Play. Leaving that. Don't want to deal with it. To be fair, after, or like already shortly before that last checkup appointment where they wanted to see if they could, you know, maybe do the surgery, the like scab, I think it's called, was starting to lift up a little bit. And I'm someone who skin picks. Usually for me that's just like any little like pores that I see on my face that I want to pop out. I've also started putting that now onto my legs, because I mean, it's not like pores or pimples or anything, but I have like these raised little spots around my knees. And if you pop them, something does come out, and that is still satisfying enough for me as a replacement. Because, you know, part of me obviously doesn't enjoy having this picked, bloody face. It's not a nice look, but on top of that, you know, I mean, I haven't done skincare regularly as of lately, but I think the fact that, you know, I'm now 24, I'm not exactly in puberty anymore, so, you know, the hormonal skin problems may be kind of gone by now. But also I think what helped is I did recently, I mean, not recently, but like a year ago or so, I switched pills, you know, like contraceptive pills, birth control pills. And when I switched them, my doctor was like, oh, this one's also probably gonna give you better skin. The thing is, by then I had a not nice looking face because I had skin picked. That was not necessarily, you know, it didn't look the way it did because of the pill. It looked more like because I went in there and tried popping stuff. Very nice topic. I hope no one's eating. But I think, yeah, now I don't get as many things anymore as well. But given that, at around the time where I did the pill switch, I also did skincare regularly. And, you know, I had phases where I did it. I'm gonna start doing skincare again when we're on vacation. Because I also want to wear makeup most days, most likely, just because I prefer the way my face looks with that. And I also want to wear cute outfits, and I guess that's a good time to do that. And I mean, we're probably gonna, you know, take a few touristy basic pictures of us, and then I'm more comfortable looking at them because I'll have eyebrows. Because half of my eyebrows, it's like the little front bit, that's visible. That's like my natural hair color, sort of, so it's brown. But the second where your eyebrow starts, like, you know, moving a little bit, and there's like this little curve in the eyebrow, for some reason that's basically blonde hair. Do you think I have blonde hair on my head that I could, you know, dye my hair fun colors without bleaching it to death? No! But my eyebrows, that as soon as any light hits my face, I look like I only have half an eyebrow. Yeah, that is where I have the blonde hair. I hate it. So, you know, I do always prefer having eyebrows, so I have to wear makeup. But when I just do my brows, I'm not really able to make them look naturally colored. Or at least it doesn't look natural to me, that's the thing. So I just prefer then adding a bit of eye makeup too. And something that I talked about with a friend a while ago, tempting, but I'm assuming most of this is going to be under the dirt, and that's annoying, is I do at some point want to try going to like a hairdresser and having my eyebrows colored, dyed. Because that's the thing, I know there are dye kits to do at home. And I mean, I have been dyeing my head hair at home for many years. But I don't know, eyebrows is a little scary. I'd rather have a professional do that at least one time, you know? So, you know, maybe one day I'll do that. I also was talking about that friend with like general eyebrow stuff, and she said what was it called? Yeah, she gets her eyebrows waxed. And like for me, I hate having to pluck my eyebrows. I did that earlier today actually, because I, you know, didn't want my eyebrows to look like crap for vacation. I mean, of course I'm taking my tweezers with me too, but you know, just so I don't have to be sitting in front of the hotel mirror trying to pluck my eyebrows and slightly crying because it's just kind of painful. I don't know, maybe at some point I'm gonna try out waxing them again at a hairdresser. That's not that expensive actually, and I don't know, again, I'd rather have a professional do it at least once, and then maybe I can risk doing it myself. Kind of want to see if we have a banded blacksmith here. If I'm able to speak at least. Oh, that all fits, except for that. Okay, that's okay. The flax also needs to go in there. Oh, and the violets. Crap. This goes into random. This goes into extra. Nope. This one. I might as well take some of these, given that we already have all of these in the backpack, I think. I mean, maybe not all the colors, actually. Oh, I didn't notice we have butt eaters here. Alright. Please don't. Please don't. Ah! Okay, yeah. No blacksmith from what I can see. I mean, sometimes it's also visible on the minimap. Usually it should be visible on the minimap. Village! I'll take a non-abandoned blacksmith. Got you. Sure. Did we get that? I think we did. Oh, this looks so nice! You know, with the forest and then the chaparral biome. A little bit of the sludge pit, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure. Fingers crossed, we have a villager that wants to give us a stamp and not wants to receive a stamp for a little amount of emeralds that we can actually afford it. Can you do your horsey thing one more time? That would be a very cool thumbnail. Not your butt. Come on. Jump. We'll give him a moment. See, the others are doing it. Come on. We're gonna do it as soon as I turn away. I just know it. Alright. Okay, half of their houses aren't really accessible. There's a Enderman warping around. Normal village, I'd say. So many, so pretty. Ah! We do that. And we do that. We put the shears back down. Okay, cranberries and rice, guys. You have to plant these in the water. You have all this water around you. Why are you not using it? You can't plant these on farmland. Why don't you know that? Unacceptable. We're missing one rice crop. Oh, there it is. Don't know why I'm talking like this. Self-hatred is strong. Lots of hanging stuff. Lots of various hanging foliage, but nothing that we cannot craft. Oh, this just looks gorgeous here. Okay. Free stuff. Medium grass. That's holding up. Why are you going? Do you have a death wish? You want candleberries? I don't have those on me right now. I apologize. Okay, we have a random dirt block. You know, just giving the villager the opportunity to maybe jump back out if he wants. The dedication is there. Didn't see any sort of like librarian building just yet that we would have a chance at it. Come on, give me someone who has a stamp. Stamp and not a death wish. Ah, there we go. There's the seats. My hard drive is making noises. Don't know if the mic is picking that up. Here's some kind of secret party down there, I think. Now you guys just have these massive houses, but no library, no blacksmith, no church. It looks so pretty! Ah! Gorgeous. Like really, the dense forests. Oh, I just love them. They're so pretty. And then you add in a nice little lake with all the lily pads, which I also just absolutely adore. Sign me the heck up. We're moving in. Just like 200,000 blocks away from home, but hey. Sure. I was collecting pretty things. Oh my god. Village. Hey, 5 levels. No, I'm just grabbing the necessities and I'm out of here. This is a death trap. Some cassava, or however you pronounce that. That was a little much. Just, you know, first we hear a spider, and then you know, I'm like, oh great, all danger has been cleared. No, there's a creeper. I was not made for this kind of stuff. Yeah, prairie biomes can have villages. There we go. There's the reconfirmation that I needed. I feel awake again. Maybe that was just the game being like, oh yeah, okay, you've been recording for almost an hour. She might be getting sleepy now, you know, the ADHD meds might slowly start wearing off by now. But maybe a little peekaboo time. So let me just be a professional YouTuber real quick and look at what the boyfriend had texted me. No, I didn't have Pokemon Go open still. Oh, he said that he had a great lunchbox. Hehe, happy you like. And then this. Ah, okay. I would never text someone as I'm recording. No, we don't do that. For a split second, we're super far away. I thought this here was sort of like another well from a village. We haven't found like villages super close to each other in a long time. Like, out of 3 possible biomes that could have villages, we find 1 village. I feel like we just get less and less spawns. Like, early on, we got so many villages that were just like neighbors to each other. Might also just have to do with, you know, the structure generation being whatever it is now. But given that, you know, the vanilla structures seem to still sort of work, I'm not putting too much on that. Just was checking if that was a proper chunk border or not. Because it was a little hard to see with the faint lines on the minimap, okay? Another Nemesier, of course. We might not actually have space for it, but I'll still take it. And then this goes into extra, and then we grab all these berry bushes because I absolutely love them. I just wish there would be a way to get the berries back on them. Like, bone mealing. I don't mind putting a whole stack of bone meal into them if it means we would have berries. But no, once you break them, that's it. You can put them next to water, doesn't matter. You can perform a rain dance, it won't matter. Another biome that could have villages. And I am tempted. I mean, we did go a bit south when we had the Mega Tiger biome, so now we just go back north, so we're like back on track, even though we were never really on track to begin with, because I always get distracted by something. But, you know, we can pretend. Cool, nothing. And nothing. So not in here. This should fit in there though, and then that goes there. Some more river cane. No, I actually didn't see clover patches. That was just the shader. Okay. This is such a pretty area. I don't know what it is today, but I'm just obsessed with everything we come across. More Nemesiers. Thank you very much. The little coral reef too. Gorgeous. So many pretty areas that we're finding today. I love it. Do we happen to have another village over? Thank you. I was not expecting that to work. But you know, sometimes the game is nice. That already looks kind of scuffed. Oh, great. I mean, it's a block we don't... item we don't really obtain otherwise, so, you know. These biomes are also nice for that, because sometimes the horses just spawn in the wrong places, I guess.